The block executes, and all the conditions must be true for the block to execute. Whether there are 2, 3, or 4, they all must be true. So OA means that one of the conditions only needs to be true, and means that all the conditions must be true. Let's use an example to better understand them. Suppose I have a variable named username, and that username contains a string value. For example, admin. Suppose I have another variable named password. Let's set the password to 12,345. So I have a username variable, a password variable, and their values. Now I want to create a conditional if statement. Here's what I mean. If the username is equal to admin and the password is 12,345, then execute print welcome. Look at the condition I told you that with. And all conditions must be true. I now have 2 conditions. You can write a third or a fourth. Feel free to write more if you like. Let's continue. If the username is admin, which it is, the condition is true, and the password is 12,345, which is also true. So print welcome. But if something goes wrong, run instead print error. So both conditions are correct. If we run the program, it should print welcome because both conditions are met. Now let's modify one of them to negate the condition. Suppose the first condition is still correct, but the second is incorrect. For example, changing the password. When we run the program, it prints error. Why? Because I told you. With the AND operator, all conditions must be true. So even if just one fails, the welcome block isn't executed. For example, is the username equals admin1 number? So the first condition is false. Even if the others are correct, with the AND operator, they must all be true. Now, if I replace the AND operator with the OR operator, the program displays welcome. Why? Because with the OR operator, if one of the conditions is true, the code is executed. Here, the first condition was false, but the second was true. Therefore, one condition was true. The print statement is therefore executed. Now consider a case where both conditions are false. Run the program. It displays error and result. With the AND operator, all conditions must be true. With the OR operator, if at least one condition is true, the program executes. But if all conditions are false, the end result is error. Let's take another example with 3 conditions. I write age equals 27. Now, if username equals admin and password equals 12,345 and age equals 27, print welcome. Let's break down the problem. First condition, admin equals admin, right pointing arrow true. Second condition, correct password, right pointing arrow true. Third condition, age 27, right pointing arrow true. All are true. And since we're using the AND operator, the program prints welcome. Now if I use OR, if username equals admin1 or password equals wrong, or age equals 27. Print. Welcome. Let's see. The first condition is false. Admin1 does not equal admin. The second is false. The third is true. Age equals 27. Right pointing arrow. So one condition is true. So, welcome is displayed. Summary. OR. If one condition is true, the function executes, and all conditions must be true to execute. If all conditions are false, right pointing arrow, the final fallback is displayed. Error.